What if I told you that we've already met intelligent aliens? Not from a distant galaxy, but right here, in our own oceans. Close your eyes and picture an alien. What does it look like? Maybe it has multiple limbs, a strange body, and a mind that works in ways we can barely comprehend. Now, open your eyes and think about an octopus. See the connection? The octopus is so profoundly different from us, so intelligent in such a unique way, that it might just be the closest thing we have to an alien encounter. They force us to ask a fundamental question. What does it truly mean to be intelligent? Let's start with their mind, or rather, their minds. An octopus's nervous system is one of the most bizarre and fascinating setups in the animal kingdom. While they do have a central brain located between their eyes, it's not the whole story. Not even close. Over 2/3 of an octopus's neurons, the building blocks of thought, aren't in its head. They're distributed throughout its 8 arms. This means each arm can think, taste, and act on its own. It's not just a limb controlled by a central command. It's a semi-independent agent. Imagine having 8 smaller brains, each capable of processing information and making decisions, all working in concert with your main brain. When an octopus reaches out to explore a crevice, one arm can be figuring out the texture and taste of a potential meal, while another is fending off a rival. And the central brain is keeping an eye out for predators. This distributed consciousness is fundamentally alien to our own centralized experience. We think with one brain. An octopus thinks with 9. This isn't just a difference in degree. It's a difference in kind. A completely separate evolutionary path to complex thought. This unique mental architecture gives them some truly astounding abilities. Let's talk about their legendary reputation as escape artists. If there's a will, an octopus will find a way, and their will to explore is legendary. Their bodies are almost entirely soft tissue, with the only hard part being a small, but light beak. This means if their beak can fit through an opening, the rest of their body can flow through like liquid. We've seen octopuses squeeze through cracks no wider than a coin. In one famous case at a New Zealand aquarium, an octopus named Inky managed to slip through a small gap at the top of his tank, crawl across the floor and slide down a 164-foot-long drain pipe that led directly to the ocean. He was never seen again. They don't just exploit existing weaknesses, they create them. An octopus can learn to unscrew the lid of a jar from the inside. Think about the mechanics of that. It requires a level of spatial awareness and manipulation that is staggering. They can dismantle plumbing, short-circuit lights by squirting jets of water, and systematically test every inch of their enclosure for a weak point. This isn't just instinct, it's deliberate, goal-oriented problem-solving, beyond their physical prowess. Octopuses are the ultimate masters of disguise. Their camouflage isn't just about changing color. It's about becoming one with their environment in a way that defies belief. Their skin is a living, thinking canvas, covered in thousands of specialized cells called chromatophores. Each chromatophore is a tiny sac of pigment surrounded by muscles. By contracting and relaxing these muscles, an octopus can change the size of each sac, instantly altering the color and pattern of its skin. They don't just turn brown on a brown rock. They replicate the exact mottled pattern, the algae, the shadows. But it gets even crazier. They can also change their skin's texture. Using other specialized muscles, they can go from perfectly smooth to bumpy and spiky in a fraction of a second, perfectly mimicking the texture of coral, seaweed, or a craggy rock. They can even change their body shape and posture to impersonate other animals. The mimic octopus is famous for this. contorting its body to look like a venomous lionfish or a flat flounder, depending on the predator it needs to deter. This isn't a passive reflex. They are actively observing their surroundings and making conscious decisions about how best to disappear or intimidate. Their intelligence isn't just about survival either. It extends to behaviors that we often associate only with higher vertebrates: tool use and play. In the wild, veined octopuses have been observed gathering discarded coconut shell halves. They will carry these shells with them as they move across the seafloor, and when they need to rest or hide, they pull the two halves together to create a portable, armored shelter. This is a clear example of foresight planning for a future need and carrying a tool to solve it. In aquarium settings, their playful and curious nature becomes even more apparent. Keepers have reported octopuses who seem to have favorite people and will squirt water at those they dislike. They've been seen repeatedly pushing a bottle into a current, then watching it float away, only to retrieve it and do it all over again, seemingly for the sheer enjoyment of it. This type of behavior, play, has no immediate survival benefit. It suggests a creature with a curious mind, one that explores its world not just for food or safety, but out of a genuine desire to understand and interact with it. They show distinct personalities. Some are shy and reclusive, others are bold and mischievous. So why is all of this so profound? Why does it make them smarter than we're ready for? It's because they completely shatter our preconceived notions about intelligence. We tend to think of intelligence as a ladder, with humans at the top, followed by other primates, dolphins, and so on. Most of the animals we consider smart are vertebrates, like us. Our last common ancestor with the octopus was a simple, worm-like creature that lived over 600 million years ago. Since then, our evolutionary paths have been completely separate. Vertebrates evolved one type of complex brain, and cephalopods, like the octopus, evolved another. They are the ultimate example of convergent evolution for high intelligence. They show us that there isn't just one way to be smart. You don't need a backbone, a long lifespan, or social living to develop problem solving, tool use, and even personality. The octopus built its sophisticated mind from a completely different biological toolkit, challenging the very definition of what a mind is. In the end, when we look at an octopus, we're not just looking at a clever sea creature. We are looking at an alien intelligence that evolved right here on Earth. Its distributed consciousness, its mind-bending camouflage, its ingenious problem-solving, and its playful curiosity represent a completely separate branch on the tree of cognition. They are a living testament to the fact that intelligence can take forms we never imagined. They remind us that our planet is full of wonders that can expand our own understanding of life and the mind. So, the next time you think about what an alien might be like, forget the spaceships and distant stars. Just look into the knowing, ancient eyes of an octopus, the brilliant alien in our own deep blue sea. Thanks for watching. If you found this as fascinating as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the wonders of our world.